funny, I actually already filmed this review, and that was when this thing was still giving me problems, so looks like I gotta refilm it. How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. So How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World is the third and final installment in the surprisingly enjoyable How to Train Your Dragon trilogy. In How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World, you have Hiccup and Toothless. They're still kind of palling around. They're living it up in Burr. Toothless is still the alpha. Hiccup's chief. He's running the place, and life is good. And a new villain comes on the scene. He's like, take all your dragons, and I'm also going to kill Toothless, because Night Furies are pretty dangerous. I don't care what you say. So now they gotta get out of there, and they have to find this hidden world, and then along the way, Toothless finds a Lady Night Fury, who's called a Bright Fury, and now we have our movie. Talking about what I liked at first, Hiccup and Toothless, the dynamic between those two are still great. You feel like it's not this, like, Hiccup, he doesn't view Toothless as a pet, he views him as a friend. Like, they're buddies, they're pals. And I also like that Hiccup and Toothless has sort of had this parallel throughout the trilogy. They started out as the underdog in the first one. The second one was about them kind of rising to be things that they need to be, and then the third one is, alright, well now we have this power, so what do we do with this power? And also, Toothless' whole thing with the Lady Night Fury, I think that worked really well. Because, I mean, you look at it, animals, they do three things in life. They eat, sleep, and fuck. So Toothless was bound to do that third one at some point, right? And also I really like that this movie sort of is that coming into power sort of thing. We weren't ready for it in the second movie. It just kind of got thrust upon us, and we're still doing fine. It's a year later, but now that this new guy is coming on the scene, now that F. Murray Abraham is coming to cause problems, we have to go off and find this hidden world that may or may not exist. The visuals are still great in this movie, and that's probably because Roger Deakins is still like the visual consultant, meaning like every shot they just kind of say, hey Roger Deakins, does this look cool? It's like, yeah, it looks cool. You know how I know? Because I'm Roger Deakins. It took the Academy some time to realize that I'm awesome, but I am just the best at what I do. That's a cool shot. The Hidden World is just visually, it's just so cool. It's bright, it's colorful, it's so beautiful to look at. I bet in 3D this looks amazing. I bet those visuals just really pop out. And that kind of segues into some of the issues with the movie, is that the Hidden World, it's the namesake, it's the point. The whole point is to get to find the Hidden World, and the Hidden World's really not in the movie that much. There's like one scene in the Hidden World. That's about it, and that's kind of disappointing. And also the villain was a little underwhelming this time. I feel like F. Murray Abraham as Grimmel, he's cool when he's on screen, but when he's not, you kind of forget about it. You kind of forget this movie even has a villain. It just kind of feels like this mass exodus to get to the Hidden World, and you kind of forget why they're going there until Grimmel shows up on scene. It's like, alright, that guy who wants to kill all the dragons. And also this movie doesn't have as much action as the second one. I feel like that was like the main thing that makes How to Train Your Dragon 2 so awesome, is just it's like an action scene after action scene. Character moment, gotta slow down a little bit, and then it ramps back up with an action scene, and a really emotional death scene with Hiccup's father that still to this day makes me weep. But this movie's a bit more of a slower burn. It's not to say that it's boring. The litmus test to see if a kid's movie is boring is if at any point during the kid's movie you're one of the kids just turning to their parents going, Mom, how long is this movie? And also there's a subplot where one of the twins that's one of Hiccup's friends kind of trying to be a wingman, trying to give him advice, which I think that's because he was originally voiced by T.J. Miller, and T.J. Miller like started really having a climb in the past couple of years, so it's like, alright, well T.J. Miller's such a big thing now, we gotta beef up his role for How to Train Dragon 3. Then he got arrested by the FBI for calling in a fake bomb threat on a train, and they were just like, yeah, maybe T.J. Miller's not the best guy for this role anymore, but he's kind of become integral to the subplot. So we're gonna keep it with a guy who's just doing a T.J. Miller impression. And just every time that happened, I was like, why is this happening? I hate that. Why are you still doing this? Just give up already. It's not funny, it's not working. But as the movie was winding down, I really was starting to fall into it a lot more, and I was starting to think, you know what? I think How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World is a movie that I would buy on Blu-ray. And then it got to the last 10 to 15 minutes, which, oh my god. The last 10 to 15 minutes of this movie are just so emotional. You can't help but feel sad by the end of this movie. You can hear from every corner of the theater people just like, lady sitting next to me was bawling her eyes out, and her boyfriend was trying to comfort her, but the boyfriend could only do so much to keep it together himself. A really heartfelt, touching ending, and I really liked it. And I walked out of this movie with a huge smile and tears running down my face. At that point I was like, to give this movie any lower of a rating would just be a disservice. How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World is awesome-tastic. It's a fitting conclusion. This will go down as one of the better trilogies out there. I really hope this is the final installment. I don't want another How to Train Your Dragon movie, and I mean that in the best possible way. So guys, How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World, what's your favorite movie of the trilogy? I still feel that How to Train Your Dragon 2 is the crown jewel of this trilogy, but I want to know what you guys think, so sound off in the comments. I guess I'm going to start saying this now. If you like what you see, click that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time.